I am Angel Amoroso, and welcome to Angel Amoroso versus Fuck You, Mick Foley, episode 3. And I know it's going to say episode 4 when I start off and when you're looking at it, but it's actually episode 3. This was filmed on Facebook Live on the day before Thanksgiving, which explains why it says episode 4 and not episode 3. And we're going to get right into it without any further wait. Episode 3 of Fuck You, Mick Foley starts now. Good evening, Facebook Live. I am Angel Amoroso, and I am here with episode 4 of Fuck You, Mick Foley. Just taking a break from my holiday cooking and whatnot. And I figured I would take advantage of this time for my husband to show me exactly how to work all this Facebook Live stuff and screen share and everything. So while we're waiting for people to join with us, let's try step number 1 to get back to my Facebook because for the share screen, Kay Media has joined us. Welcome, Kay. We're going to get back to, since I haven't finished my post yet, do you want to leave Facebook? Okay. All right, stay on this page. Okay, Kay got a notification. Awesome. Okay, click another tab. Okay. I'm trying to access, I could just go here. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to access my Facebook. Okay, there we go. So, okay, I'll just get onto my timeline here so that I could get to exactly what it is I'm doing here. It kind of looks crazy, but I'm experimenting with some stuff. Yeah, it's on right now. Just hold on. I am experimenting with some stuff right now, so I can actually see myself on there. That's great. I'm going back to 2017 in post because I started at a certain point where people were making comments last year after the protest video went up of me and my family going to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania to protest Mick Foley because he had sex with a minor, and he is a representative of rape in, what is it? Rape and Incest National Network. And I, for one, think that that is a very inappropriate position for him to be in. So, as you can see here, that's the video. It got taken down several times by Facebook. So, I'm going to just try to go through some choice comments here. I also wanted to eventually open up my inbox and read all of those comments that people decided to share their opinions and thoughts and tell me about creative ways of how I could kill myself and commit suicide, and how much they hated me, and you know, really good times on Facebook. I'm trying to move through all this kind of quick, and I hope that you all see it. I want to try to go from the beginning. Let's see. I'm trying to pick up where we left off from last time on the last episode. So let's go by. Okay, I'm pretty sure we already read this one, which was my post, November 15th, 2017. We're coming for you. And that was a video of and the next one was this one here, which I'm going to play a Still have it up, so
Pennsylvania at the Moravian Bookstore, where today Cactus Jack, also known as Mick Foley, will be doing a book signing, releasing his new book, Saint Nick, luring all the little children to sit on his lap. It's an RSVP event, of which, of course, we're not going to pay for. And we have a lot to say. So we're just going to take everything we have to say and take it across the street and let all these people in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania know exactly what kind of person Mick Foley is. Let's go.
okay. So I was just trying to read some of the comments in the chat, of which I'm going to try to get to the comments after the video, because I just want to get through some of these comments right here under this video here. And this is just proof that Facebook is full of shit. They censor people, and then they give other people the right to speak when they have no right to say the things that they're saying, making up lies and spreading fake news and whatnot. And you'll see this in the following posts as we go on. Okay, so this was the day that it happened, and my friend says go live. And Tom says I which was the hashtag that was created the week before that by Johnny Rankin in support of self-movement against child molesters. Justin Tinney says, LOL, shoot promos much? I guess that's to make fun of the way I talk. And if you know me, you know that that's just the way I speak. And it's not about top promos. That's just me. It's called personality and charisma, something that you probably don't have any of. So that's why. And as I tried to respond under my other account, Angel Walsh, in response to all this, I gave him a look in the bird and told him, I said, you go fuck yourself. So, I know this is allowed on Facebook Live, but it's allowed on Facebook, so it must be allowed on Facebook Live. Let's see. I'm reading comments from my husband's phone as I'm reading this, and I'm reading one from Joe Nardiello, and it says, Angel, did Paul Heyman know what Foley did to you? That's a good question. That's a really good question. And yes, he did know what Mick Foley did to me. Paul Heyman knew what everyone did to me. Paul Heyman was very much a director to certain people towards me. So moving on to the comments under the video, that was a very good question, Joe. Thanks for asking. And once in a while, my husband has his phone, and we're going about it by, I could read the comments on his phone under this live stream while I'm reading these. So moving on, this Ryan Clark, who originally reported the story, he says, my name is Ryan Clark, pro wrestling news reporter, looking to speak with you regarding a story we are working on over your Mick Foley underage sexual conduct claims. Please direct message me or email me at rclarkpws@yahoo.com at your earliest convenience. Thanks in advance. Now, I not only got in touch with Ryan Clark, but also my husband got in touch with Ryan Clark, and my daughter got in touch with Ryan Clark. And what was wrong with Ryan Clark? Moving on, Ryan Bullock, oddly, the theme Ryan seems familiar. Let's see. All right, leave that there. I'll read it in a second. Says, don't you fucking dare. This is absolute bullshit. Do you know what a false bullshit accusation like this could do? You only have to look at her to realize she's a sandwich short of a picnic. Don't give her the time of day. This is someone who spells realize R-E-A-L-I-S. And that got 11 hearts. Okay. AJ Keller says to Ryan Clark, I love you, bro, but don't run with this bullshit story. I know you need the clicks, but this woman is just looking for attention and relevance. So that's what they see this as. Okay. And that got 5 big hearts. And you guys know how I love the hearts. So when I see them on comments, asinine comments like this, moving on. Okay, Justin Tinney says, Brian Bullock, obviously you do just about anything for attention and traffic as well. Okay, Ron Parsons says, people like you is why the world is what it is today. Forget about ruining all about clicks your site, shaking my head. Now they're all attacking this Ryan Clark because Ryan Clark said originally he was there taking pictures in Bethlehem. He got the story out first. And originally he said that he wanted to get this story. So then all of these trolls and assholes started attacking him. So then once he was approached with the story, then something wrong with him. Okay, so then I said, Ryan Clark, I didn't see this until today. Send me your questions via Twitter DM. I am currently suspended from Facebook and Messenger. And I had explained several times before that as soon as this happened, they took the video down and they suspended me for harassment and cyberbullying. And then I had to go on my Angel Walsh account to try to respond to these people. And then my comments were being marked as spam by Facebook. Sean Welsh says, fucking bullshit, you stupid big mouth, ugly looking whore. That's just after money. Sean Welsh with no punctuation. and then I said, go fuck yourself, which I'm again saying, go fuck yourself. Jim Bartholomew says, look at this dummy. See, this is the kind of shit that people say, if they say that. I don't understand. Look at this dummy. I'm the dummy? Or are you the dummy for writing a comment like this? Mike Williams says, end your life. Now, I don't know how it is I get suspended so much on Facebook, and a lot of you are in groups with me and whatnot. And I admit I get a little out of hand sometimes, but I have never told someone to kill themselves or end their lives for any reason. And if I had ever said anything inappropriate, immediately I was suspended, like back to back to back with the same comments. So for Facebook to say that they're protecting everyone and it's in the best interest of everyone to censor certain things and they're protecting you and it's for your security, I'm reading you these comments. They're from last year and they're still up there. So don't try to tell me that you're trying to protect me when I've reported these comments, try to have a lot of them deleted and taken down, and here they go. And here I go reading them. And on we go. Angel Pixie says, I get you're angry with her. I'm disappointed she'd do this. But that's not a nice thing to say. She's looking for attention and people are giving it to her. Ignore her and she'll slink back under the rock she came out of. Now that was just like a backhanded, like I'm trying to help you. I believe you, but I don't, whatever. It's not a nice thing to say. And usually when you're trying to address an issue, you are looking for attention. And It's people like you that will tell other people and encourage other people to ignore the situation and sweep it up under the rug and pay no attention to it. And, then the people who are complaining will just go away. Right? Next up is this stupid bitch, Carrie Evans, whoever the fuck she is, says, you have had consensual sex with 20 plus wrestlers as a groupie teen by your own admission. Great though. You were obviously a ring rat. Sex with an underage minor should never be tolerated. However, feeling regretful of your past doesn't make these men monsters. Perhaps you should read what you wrote there. You people just heard me read it, so I don't think I have to get into what an absurd comment that is. Chachi Laguna says, yes, it does. What the fuck? Doesn't make them monsters for taking advantage of someone who's underage? Consensual or not, that shit is wrong. Chachi Laguna, finally, how many comments have I read? And that has been probably the only person with a brain so far, and that got 2 likes, and it was from me and my husband. So this is the kind of crowd that read this. Then Carrie Evans then tries to defend herself by responding and saying, taking advantage of is a lot different than a skank hoe going to every single venue, throwing her vagina at any lame guy that's a wrestler. Where were her parents? Where in the hell did they allow this? Okay, hold on. Let's see more. This isn't the case of a man taking advantage. I may have used the wrong word in monsters because they were dirtbags, to say the least. Are we backtracking again? What I mean is, in this particular case, they aren't rapists. So first off, she's trying to say she knows the details of every particular instance and case, and she knows it all. And I'm a skanko, and she knows that I went to every single venue, by the way, and threw my vagina at the lame wrestlers. Not sure if you've seen my profile and the pictures of people around me, but they're not just some fucking lame independent wrestlers. So don't know where. Maybe that's what you do. You go around to venues and throw your vagina around at lame ass wrestlers, but that's not what I did. Where were my parents? My mother was there, as I explained, for an amount of time. And why did they allow this? Because they were shit. They were both fucking shitty parents. That's why. They both should have been put in fucking jail for what they allowed to happen to me, for what they led me into, and for what they put me through all my life. That's where my parents were. That's where they belong. And one's dead, one's alive. If anyone has an opinion for her, you know what? I was just going to give her phone number and her address out, but I'm not going to be that petty because I don't want to get sued. This isn't a case of a man taking advantage, like you know it all. She may have used the word monsters wrong because they're dirtbags in the least. So she's saying they're dirtbags, but in this particular case, they're not rapists. So as I said, you don't know every episode that happens. So you wouldn't know that. You just want to chime your fucking worthless opinion in there, cunt. And Lynn Brown, my very long-time friend Lynn Brown, who was around for a lot of this, responds to this stupid cunt by saying legally they were because she was a minor. Okay, Lynn was there for a lot of episodes, including Kelly Blanchard. You know what? I'll let Lynn maybe chime in and tell her stories. But Lynn knows a lot, and Jack Andrews is another person who needs to get in on this because Jack Andrews has been around me all of my life and paid my way everywhere. I'm going to say Jack. Thank God for Jack, or I maybe wouldn't be alive today. So Carrie Evans goes along with saying, I understand that, but this woman put herself out there as bait. Calling them child molesters now is bullshit. She is not a victim like all the other women coming out in the press are. They are actual victims. In her case, she wanted the advances from tons of men. She used it as a way to get in the door to further her career. I assume that this is some wannabe female wrestler who's writing this. Have you seen how many wrestlers she admitted to having sex with? How is she a victim? Okay, Carrie Evans. If you're too much of a moron to understand this, dear, okay, I was there, and I put myself out there. I looked the part. I was brought by my parents. I was put in comp sections by the promoters of the show. I was brought around by groupies 2 to 3 times my age that had connections beyond any connections I ever had in my life. And I don't know if I would call that really putting myself in a position as much as other people putting me in a position. But I'll take responsibility. I was there. I wanted to be there. So you're right about that. If calling them child molesters now is bullshit, I don't see how it is, because would you call them child molesters then? If you would have heard about it then? So you want to call it bullshit now just because you're just hearing about it? Okay, she's not a victim like all the other women coming out in the press are. They are actual victims. So tell me in what way I am separated from all of the other women coming out in the press, except for the fact that when these things happened to me, I was a minor. I was under the age of 18, I was under the age of 17, I was under the age of 16 and 15 and 14 and 13 and 12 years old. That's what makes me different, and that's what separates me from all the other victims, you fucking dumb cunt. Do you understand now? Or no? Okay, I guess not, because there's more comments. In my case, I wanted the advances from tons of men. I went tons just looking for them. I used it as a way to get in the door to further my career. I'm not going to answer every question to this Carrie Evans person that I don't know. But I was in professional wrestling, and I was there for a particular reason. And it was so that people could cover up the things that they did wrong to me. And I went along for a good 20 years or so calling myself a professional wrestlers so that other people didn't have to call themselves child molesters. You see how that works, cunt? Okay, have you seen how many wrestlers she is admitted to having sex with? How is she a victim? Well, cunt. I'll let my friend Dave Prazak answer this question for me. My lovely friend Dave Prazak, who I've known since he was a young child in professional wrestling, who I am proud to say I had a hand in getting started in professional wrestling. Dave Prazak, my lovely young man, responds to this cunt, Carrie Evans, by saying, Carrie Evans, you don't seem to understand what statutory rape is. Sex, under any circumstances, when someone is that young, is considered rape. So, if you don't want to take it from me, take it from a credible source and an intelligent, educated young man like Dave Prazak. Why don't you? So Carrie Evans responds to young, intelligent Dave Prazak with, yes, I do. Statutory rape is real and wrong. If there has even been one exception to the case, this is one. Now let me read that over again. Yes, I do. She understands. Statutory rape is real and wrong. If there has ever been one exception to the case, this is the one. So in all cases in the existence of sexual assault and statutory rape, I am such a horrible, deplorable, offensive person that I am the only person that is the exception to that rule and law that you cannot have sex with children. So when I was a child, laws didn't apply. You were allowed to just do whatever you wanted with me, and remember that. I'm the exception. And you know what? I'm not even disagreeing with Miss Carrie Evans, because she's kind of right. I am the exception to the rule, because I have been talking about this regardless of who says that they haven't heard it before. I've been talking about this for so long, and it has been ignored for so long, that I believe that I am the exception to the rule, and the laws actually don't apply when it comes to me. So when I get threats from lawyers about this situation, telling me not to talk about it and how I shouldn't address it, or they'll take everything I own and seize my property and do this, that, and the other, you know what? Fucking suck my dick, all right? Because I've been talking about this a lot, and if you're not going to acknowledge it in one instance, then you don't acknowledge it in another. And come try to take anything from me. That's a fucking direct message to you, load. I got an axe. That's all I need. I got it sitting at the door fucking waiting for you. The next comment is from another idiot that stalked me on all forms of social media, including YouTube, Twitter, groups on Facebook. And I believe that this moron was responsible for some kind of, what was it? Domestic violence with Sonny. Pretty sure he beat the shit out of her several times, like until she almost died or something. So this is what he has to say about it, the rat chaser. Damian Darling is his name. In no way defend sexual relations with an underage partner, but a situation like this mocks true victims in this world. Like murder, there should be degrees to what constitutes rape. If you wait in a hotel lobby for the wrestlers to get to town, you weren't the victim. They were. Now I'm going to leave that up there for a while and let others reread that. I just got a name for you, Damian Darling. Christy Kiss. So in no way do you defend sexual relations with an underage partner. And my situation mocks true victims in this world. Christy Kiss is a victim. How old was she when you had sex with her? Now go ahead, try to deny that you did, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking piece of garbage. You human piece of garbage. Go fuck yourself. Dave Prazak says, Carrie Evans, an exception for rape. Rape is okay sometimes? Come on. I hope you never have to deal with someone close to you being raped, or any children in your family ever being molested. Terrible. And that got 1 like and 4 emojis of laughter. Now, I'm not sure what's funny about that, but, okay, Carrie Evans responds with Dave Prazak, stop trying to pick apart my words. You know damn well what the fuck I'm saying. A minor having sex with adults is wrong. Okay, there she goes backtracking again. I would never condone that. Okay, a little ring rat slut throwing herself at every wrestler while being proud of it is not rape. It's just disgusting. She didn't say her age, and the idiot men didn't ask. First off, how would she know if I said my age or not? Who the fuck is this chick? All right, and it's not rape. I guess just because they're her favorite wrestlers. So I don't count. I'm the exception because she's a big mark and she's a big fan of these people. So I'm the exception. And she goes on to say, now the disgusting groupie regrets her past while still listing groupie as one of her professions. Now, I did that for a particular reason. It's because I was always known as a groupie. It's not a profession, dear. It's something to be ashamed of, but I wanted people to take notice of it, and this is how long I've been talking about it. You can see how long I've been a member of Facebook, and I've been referred to as a Facebook person. So, and that's why I'm doing this on Facebook. I might as well, since they're referring to me as a Facebook person. So, for as long as I've had my profile up, 7 to 10 years, I really don't know, but that's what I put in there, and no one has said anything about how disgusting it's been that I was an underage groupie for all these years until this came up. And now that your favorite wrestlers are all looking bad, you want to say that, oh, it's disgusting and I'm only doing this because I regret my past. Yeah, I do regret my past. Did you listen to anything that I fucking said? Like, I don't understand where you're going wrong with this, and how like you get it right in some parts and you're not condoning it, but then you're calling me a little ring rat slut throwing herself around being proud of it, and then Dave Prazak is not picking apart your words, and not only is he not picking apart your words, but you're saying more words to make yourself look like more of an asshole so that he doesn't have to do much more. So yeah, moving along. Richard Salas says, he is wacko, he is socko. So, and that even got a thumbs up, and because people obviously think that this is a funny situation and something to like and laugh about and love, and great. Nathan Bradley Larison says, hashtag the biggest lie of 2017. And that one got 4 hearts and likes. I've never met this Nathan Bradley in my life, and I doubt if anyone else on Facebook has either. Liam Richardson says, I don't know if he just tagged someone else to say it. Danny Monroe says, this pill-popping crackhead is just a bandwagon jumping forward. If she fucked Mick, then I'm sure she fucked plenty more by choice, stupid cunt. Yeah, all right. My response to that was just fuck you, because yeah, I'm just gonna move along because some things are just too ridiculous. Mark McVeigh says, the woman is full of shit and just looking to make some quick cash. Again, with this comment, I'm looking to make quick cash, like from where? I don't understand where this fucking money is coming from. Where's this fucking money? I still don't have this fucking money that everybody's talking about I was after. All right, this Angel Pixie's back. You're a sad little pathetic person who is looking for attention. People like this piss me off. COS. They make it impossible for real victims to come forward and be taken seriously. Shame on you. Grow the fuck up. Again, a person that I don't know is calling me sad and pathetic, who's looking for attention. They don't know me to know if the situation is a hoax, if it's real, if it's fake, they don't know because they don't know me. They don't know the details of the situation because by this point, I hadn't done any interviews with anyone to explain the entire situation. I had just answered a whole lot of questions elsewhere. So she doesn't know me to know that real victims come forward. I am a real victim. It's just that when you people don't like who the victimizers are, that's not the way you see the situation. Moving on. More people tagging more people into it. And the more people who tagged more people into it, that's how it got up to so many shares. And after thousands and thousands of shares, then Facebook decided that it was bullying and harassment. So Joe Sandlin, after he was tagged into the conversation, says in capital letters, "Bullshit, you lying piece of shit." Like I know him, I even fucking care what the fucking thing. Rob Myers, who's friends with Jamie Dunphy, who's friends with me, says, "Wonder what you will say when his lawyers come after you." Well, this is what, episode 4? We'll get into that in later episodes, and I'll let you know what I said to his lawyers and what I'm continuing to say to them. So, Joe Sandlin is back and says, with a screenshot, "This speaks volumes. Enough said." And then he boxed out where it says, "Former groupie at WCW." It does speak volumes, doesn't it? Especially since I put the dates of 1988, 1989 in there, because I'm not going through the whole argument of when the companies of NWA and WCW separated. I'm really not. Facebook doesn't care about that. So I put the dates that I was available to put, and if anyone took the time to read that, it would speak volumes to me. Joe Sandlin said, "Keep posting it. She's a literal attention whore." So I guess when something happens to you and you talk about it, you're an attention whore. But then when you don't talk about it, it must not have happened to you because you're not saying anything about it. You can't win. This Jessica person says, "You are 40-something fucking year old. Why did you wait until now? Why? If he did that, how could you chance that happening to other girls for 27 years? You are a liar and a failed washout looking for a buck." Again, looking for a buck where? And just because you just heard it doesn't mean that I was silent for 27 years just because you're like probably 12 years old and you're probably just reading it now. And then Benny, and she got 7 likes on her. Like all these people are getting like, it's like they're all together in a club, like ganging up against one person, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that was better than what I said even. Oh yeah, let's love that and like this." And I want this emoji for everything. Usually I just never come, but this shit this still continues till today. So I just have to make my Darren Harrison then takes a screenshot of Mick Foley caning me in ECW, which has nothing to do with this situation. As I said over and over and over again, no one wants to listen, but they want to make up their own story. And again, then he went and screenshotted my conversation. I'm not sure if this is really legal on Facebook or not, because I've been part of a lot of groups that have gotten shut down for doing this exact thing. And I've gotten suspended many times for screenshotting people's conversations to prove them wrong when they lie and then try to, lie on top of it. He screenshotted my conversation talking to John Rankin about your wing bowl buddy, John Rankin, and you know, we were talking about Mick Foley because John Rankin, who came with me to do protests, was on Mick Foley's team for Wing Bowl in Philadelphia. Previous years before that, before he found out what a fucking scumbag he was, and this year, that's what John Rankin did. So, in some way, this Darren Harrison thought that he was making some sort of, light bulbish discovery for everyone to read. So Jessica asked back, talking to Darren now. I guess they're all friends now. Says that sure doesn't look like a victim to me. So it doesn't look like a victim to you that I'm talking to my friend John Rankin? Okay. Ron Parsons says she should be arrested for this. This ain't right. And two people love that. I should be arrested for what? Exactly. Jessica Ann is back and says, it is beyond wrong to do Mick like that after all this time. She needs to be punished. So I need to be punished. Moving on, Sammy Draven, who then was on my side, I'll give him credit, says, hey, fuck you, cunt. And I said, Ron Parsons, you'd be right if it wasn't the truth. Hasn't anyone else thought about how slander works? Both ways. If I were lying, it's been over a month. I'd be in jail if it wasn't true. I am answering questions. They are not. So you figure it out. You see how it works? Like, I have been answering questions on this thread. I answered questions on Twitter and everywhere else. And Mick Foley didn't answer any questions. Paul Heyman didn't answer any questions. Dave Meltzer didn't answer any questions. Bobby Bolton didn't answer any questions. Dan Lane didn't answer any questions. Bruce Beefcake didn't answer any questions, but his wife did send a lot of firm requests and lots of looking to get in contact with me. I don't know why. Moving on, then people are tagging each other in this, of which my daughter tagged our state representative, Mark Rossi, in it, who is fighting to abolish the statute of limitations in Pennsylvania and everywhere. I've been talking to Mark Rossi about this situation, in very close contact with him about this situation, and he is 100% behind me in this. So I just said the statute of limitations should be lifted immediately. And Ron Parsons says, can I ask why come out now? Why come out? Why not come out years ago? This isn't right. These people didn't pay attention to one thing I said, not one. Because I answered the question, and they just kept asking it. Michael Celebrasi, one of my besties now, says she has come out years ago. Check the facts. And I loved that. And I'm the only one who loved that because the people who know me and who have been on Facebook with me for years and know me in real life know this story. And they know the facts. And they know how long I've been talking about it. So, and I respond with, these marks are so quick to jump to conclusions, believe fake news, and drop their dumb ass opinions without even knowing any of the story. Fuck them. And still, my opinion is and more replies after that come in. Just don't want to leave me alone. Michael Celebrasi, who inspired my group comment of the day with this comment, says, those who matter don't judge. Those who judge don't matter. I love reading that, and I kind of read it slow every time I read it because it makes so much, it's so little words, but it makes so much sense, especially in a situation like this. So, and if you're not part of Comment of the Day, go over there and check it out. It's free. And I said words of intelligence, but I'm sure none of these assholes understand this. This is the smartest comment in this thread so far, and it really was. And it's not only that these people are saying absolutely awful things to me and trying to spread what they think is the truth, and all they're doing is spreading fake news and making the story worse and confusing everyone all that much more. Not only are they saying these horrible things, and Facebook is letting it happen and letting it stay up there, even though I'm reporting the comments and they're not taking them down and they're not reporting to people. I try to block the people and they come back as different names with like one letter change. But I'm also saying some stuff in this thread that's not very desirable either. And they're not deleting my comments either. So that just shows you how much Facebook is on our side and looking to protect us and how to everything is just for our best interest. Thomas Hurley says, after checking out your posts and life, I don't buy it. So you checked out my life, did you? So if you checked out my life, then how don't you buy it? Because if you checked out my life, then you wouldn't even be posting content like that. You would know that you were an asshole, and my response to you was, guess what? I don't know you, and I don't give a fuck. Fuck off! Ellie Brown says, how much money are you after? And to that, I gave another middle finger. And around this time was when Facebook started marking my posts under Angel Walsh as spam, because obviously the middle finger emoji is considered bullying, harassment, and spamming. Eric Vandermark says, so you say he raped you, but a year ago you were bragging about having his memorabilia. And then he puts up a screenshot that dude had to go through my screen, like my timeline, so many posts in order to find this. It's amazing. I mean, from like literally at least 16 months before this. I was telling my friend Art Shimko that I still have Mick Foley's tights, of which I still have, asshole. I still have them. And I wanted to know how it is that the WWE can make a brand new action figure of Cactus Jack and put those tights on him when he never wore those tights in the WWE. So that's what that whole post was about. And as you can see here, Angel Walsh's comment in response to that comment that got 9 likes and hearts was marked as spam. And I'll show you my comment. Even though it was marked as spam, you can see it's the middle finger. And then I said, oh, someone is jealous, because then I realized that just putting the middle finger will get you marked as spam if you don't put some writing to it. So then I just started with some random writing to it. And this jackass, whose name I won't pronounce, just puts that little Joker meme there because he couldn't figure out something intelligent to say as an insult. And Angel Walsh's comment in response to that meme, of course, is marked spam. And let's unfold that to show you what it was. Big surprise. And then I said, no originality. I'm giving this post a 0 score. And I want to say I did this because I was about had it at that point. And, you know, you could only cry so much until you start laughing, and then you laugh about yourself, you laugh about the situation. And you start laughing about these stupid ass people who can't even come up with good insults. They're so fucking lame. Here's this John McBrunch time. Another thing about Facebook is that they say you're not allowed on with fake names, but pretty sure this dude's name is not John McBrunch time. He said, fuck out of here with your bullshit. Hey, fuck out of here with your fucking incorrect English. Learn how to spell a word out all the way and then come back to me, asshole, with your fake name. And as you could see, Angel Walsh's comment was marked spam as in result, which was probably another one of these. And I said, fuck off. And more replies to my fuck off was this John McBrunch time posting a meme of Mick Foley saying bang bang. So now let me just remind everyone that this is in response to a person, myself, exposing my past to people who might not know about it. As a victim of child molestation and sexual abuse. And my responses to this, as you can see here, is things like I'm a lion, ring rat, slut, or even though I'm a ring rat and a slut, I'm lying about the situation somehow because there's no way I could have fucked these people, even though I'm a whore and a slut. And memes of Mick Foley saying bang bang. So if you wonder why people on Facebook get suicidal and want to kill themselves and hang themselves and cut their throats on live streams and do stuff like that, this is why. Because they have trolls following them around and harassing them from the minute they have something relevant to say. And then it never stops. It never stops. So along with the comments, Shane Allen F says, why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? This is the kind of shit I got to put up with. And then I respond to it, and as you can see, I was marked as spam. And I say, saying always implies that you know me, stranger. Get the fuck out of here, ugly. Because I looked at the profile, and it was ugly. And then they sent me back a meme of Angel Walsh, this is for you, fill it out and get back to me. Which is a stupid report. And this is the way Facebook is letting people respond to Facebook. My response was, your attempts to be humorous are both poor and embarrassing. Since I get the feeling that you might be a fully mentally retarded, I will ignore you and any further comments from you. Now, go put your helmet back on before banging your head against it. And I don't mean to insult retarded people at all by saying this kind of stuff, but you read the comments, and obviously that's what I'm dealing with here. Jeffrey James Koch says, funny how it's always a million years after the fact. Are you just running low on money or something? Again, with the money comments. And again, my comment marked as spam, and I said, no money problems. Your dad still is paying my bills, asshole. So don't worry about that, asshole. He is still paying my bills. This Donnie Messer is not really confronting him unless confront him. So what exactly is it that you consider confronting someone? As I said here, how would you confront someone in a situation like this, Donnie? Don't judge. Confronting a person, well, I don't know, going outside of a bookstore where he's doing a book sign, you wouldn't call that confronting a person? Then I'd look up the word confronting if I was you. Al Hobart says, the Blue Rinse Brigade are different to the one I remember. I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't know if it's about my hair because my hair was blue. But I told him, no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. And I was honest, and I still don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then more people tagging other people, and this Zachary Greenwald says, "I found what you're looking for," and the word as mentioned. My comment was Mark's fan, but then I followed up with another and said, "Can't come up with your own special insults? Let's just use a stupid meme everyone's seen a million times. It's really not funny. I'm embarrassed for you." It's really. I'm really, when I see these things, I am embarrassed for these people because I've been on social media for a long time myself, and I have seen all these stupid memes. People need to come up with something from your own brain, but you can't do that because you have no fucking brain. Daniel Lassen says, "Here's a very simple question. Now, keep in mind, considering all the shit that's been happening with other celebrities, I was keeping an open mind until I saw this. If you said you were 15 in 1994, there, he just lost. Why do you say on Twitter that you are 42 now? Because if you are, then you were 23 in 94, not 15. 2017 minus 1994 equals 23. And so many people laughed at that comment, and I backed it up by laughing at the comment with him. And this James Raddick said, "That isn't how math works. However, if she's 42 now, she would have been 19 in 1994. So even the comment that Daniel Klassen made wasn't mathematically correct. And this James Raddick caught that even if I was 42 now, I would have been 19 in 1994. And this guy said he realized it after he posted it, but he didn't, because it was up there for a good 15 minutes before it was corrected. And I then backed that up with the same thing I had been saying time and time over again. I never, ever said anything about 1994 or ECW. And if I did, screenshot it and post it. Screenshot it like everything else that you're posting. Screenshot it. It's because you can't, because I never said that. It never happened. I never said anything about ECW. I never said 1994. I never said that I was 15 in 1994. And if anyone could tell me where you all heard this from, aside from that little douchebag show that I'll get into later, I never said that. My fucking birthday is on my profile of every social media account that I have, March 4th, 1975. Every year I celebrate a birthday and complain excessively about how enough people on my Facebook don't wish me a happy birthday. So if you're trying to say that I don't know my own fucking birthday, or I don't know mathematics, you should do a little bit more research, and you should whip out a calculator, and you should do a little math for yourself, because I know me, I know my birthday, and I know how to calculate. And moving on, as I said, we're in March 4th, 1975 now. Suck my dick. Daniel realizes he's wrong now. Not so good at math or solving problems, aren't we, you fucking idiot? They're all just such assholes. Next up, William Platt says, "A nasty attempt at trying to derive some cash, just like she used to back in '93 when she tried to fuck fans that attended ECW events for money." Now that's got to be one of the funniest comments ever. Initially, I think I laughed at it, and then I took the laughter back. I tried to fuck fans? When the fuck did this happen? And who the fuck are you? My comment in response was originally removed, but then I followed up with William. Is it cold in the spot you sleep in down in your parents' basement where you're making these lies up? Because that's exactly what they are. It's just like a bunch of fucking trolls that have nothing else to do would be keyboard warriors in their parents' basements or attics or out back houses or whatever they live in, and make up stories about people who are trying to get views and like any kind of message out. This is what they do. They make up fake news and they want to talk over the people who are part of the story and try to make it out like they know everything and add some stuff in there. And then other stupid people on other forms of social media will look at it and say, oh yeah, I read this over there. So yeah, well then I guess it must be true because what, did you read it from me? Did I fucking say it? Unless I said it, it's not fucking true. Moving on. Dwayne Edit says, I'm sorry, I missed the view. Joe Warning says, you're a stupid fucking cunt. Keep Mick Foley's name out I'm sorry. Keep Mick Foley's name our mouth for. See, these people are so brain damaged that they don't know how to spell or write or there's no way of communicating with them. So my original comment was mark this spam, and then my backup comment was keep off my page, twat. No one wants you here or anywhere, loser. And then if you put the middle finger after a comment like that, then they don't delete it as spam. I don't understand. They'll let you be insulting as long as you, with the fucking emoji, as long as you have words to back it up. So then Dwayne Edit says, money, 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 money. That's what you want. You're up, set up nothing you can. Wrestler. I don't know. If anyone can fucking read that and translate the nonsense, like I said, as a response, you don't even make sense. And I should not have even fucking responded to it. I see that people are leaving comments here, and I will get to the comments when I'm done the stream. Let's see. Frankie Stars says, Angel speaks truth. Marks don't listen. Frankie very knows me and knows the stories that have went around about me and people who have admitted that this story is true. I said, thank you, Frankie. The marks just continue to get more retarded as time goes on. They can all eat a dick. And I said that 48 weeks ago, and I still feel the same way. They can all eat a dick. Let's see. More replies. Okay, Sammy Draven was just going off about Jessica Ann's aunt, and I was like, who's this? And he said it was somebody that attacked me in the chat. By this point, there had been thousands of comments, and I couldn't keep up with every single one of them because it was ridiculous. So he said she's somebody that attacked me on the chat. And I said, you know, I don't know anyone by that name. Anything she says is just insignificant as whatever the rest of the ridiculous, assuming strangers are obsessed with commenting on. Whatever her opinion was, doesn't matter, and she could go eat a big bag of dicks. And I actually think it's not sure. And then other ridiculous comments. And I don't like to go too long on this. I wasn't even going to do this tonight, but I figured that I would because I did a little auction earlier, and you know, I said I might come back for it, and I'm in the middle of getting dinner prepared, and I had nothing else to do, so I figured I'd do this. I'm going to try to figure out how to get back to the chat. Hon, you want to come try to show me how to get back to this chat? My husband knows better than I do. There's probably not too many in there, as I understand, but I'm trying to just rewind this. So if anyone had any problem following my quick speech, please go back and read. All those comments are under a video posted November 16th, 2017 called Confronting Cactus Jack. So if you guys want to go back and read those comments for yourself, absolutely ridiculous. They just continue on and on and on. And we're going to get to other ones later. Let me try to show me here. What's why I just X this out here? And you don't have. I want to get back to the meat so that I can see the chat. Do I do that? Okay, there we go. I guess that's it. I'm going to see if I can move this over. Can I move this over? All right. I'm sorry, guys. I am sort of new with this, sort of. So have patience with me. I'm going to try to read through some of the comments. Okay. Kay Mady joined us. Thanks for joining, Kay. Robert Valdez joined. And his comment was, yeah, me too. Not sure what that means, but moving on. Joe and Yellow joined us. I'm going to get that right one day, though. It's kind of hard to say. Michael Jensen joined us and called us losers. So, good for you. Okay. Kay Beatty joined and asked if I'm feeling better today. Well, Kay, this should answer your question. This is how much better I'm feeling now that I'm on here doing this. So, Joe says, Team Lassie Ford got national coverage when she was making the whole thing up, just like Tawana Brawley did. Yet you get no backup on real life situation. If you had Oprah endorse your rape, WWE would cut ties ASAP on Foley. Sad. Think about that. Endorse your rape. You know what? That is sad to think about. And it seems like these days that everything, and like you all heard, everything is all about money. And for some ungodly reason, everyone thinks that this is all about money, and it's not. And it's sad to think that if I did have money back in this, or if I was endorsed, that it probably would get the attention that it does deserve. And I don't know if anyone heard today that Bill Cosby was accused by a 14 and 15-year-old girl of sexually assaulting them at the Playboy Mansion, and he's being recharged with that. And the man is in his 80s. I don't know how much they expect him to pay, but I'm happy as shit that they're coming through with it and not focusing so much on the grown women that he assaulted. And now they're going to start focusing on the fucking children that he so disgracefully assaulted after being looked up to as an American hero for so many years. I don't want to get into Bill Cosby's issue because thank God I never had to run into Bill Cosby. So a whole other incident. But thank God now child molestation and sex with teenagers is being looked at a little bit more seriously now. Again, Joe asked Angel to call him and know what Foley did to you, and as I answered earlier, he did. Anthony Gennaro joined us. Thanks for joining, Anthony. Joseph and said, Tommy Dreamer is a good guy. I never heard anyone say a bad thing about him. I doubt he had anything to do with that, right, Angel? I never had a bad thing to say about Tommy Dreamer. I never had a problem with Tommy Dreamer, and I don't believe he's ever had a problem with me. We work together, and that's as far as Kevin Dorsey joined us. Thanks for joining, Chad. Kevin T joined us. Thanks for joining, Kevin. Joe again asks, why should we give Rossi Ford the time of day and not Angel? Again, Joe, great question. And if anyone would like to answer me or Joe or the rest of the world who's wondering why I'm being ignored by it, everyone else is being paid attention to, please feel free to comment in the comment section. Joe also says, why am I not seeing all these comments from Brian Clark. A lot of the comments got deleted by Facebook because they're fucking censoring pricks. Anthony Gennaro says, I see I'm on your friends page. Yeah, of course you are, doll. And you're Joe says, it's sad that a woman can almost destroy a Supreme Court judge's life, but Angel can't get any coverage on this. Honey, I couldn't. And I'll get into it later, but I think the most coverage that I got on it, people did come after me for it. TMZ did, and a few other outlets. And I did do an interview with Shelly Martinez, which I will play at a later time. But hopefully people will start listening now because I'm not about to fucking shut up. Anthony Gennaro says food censorship. Bravo. Joe again says these clowns are pissing me off. You're all a bunch of clowns who have no money, no woman, no life. Leave Angel alone. I agree. They do need to leave me alone. There's been a mess. Tons of live streams and podcasts done about me and my family, slandering us, harassing us, and just telling stories that just aren't true. To create fake news and misdirect the story that I'm telling, to sweep under the rug for whatever reason. Patrick Walsh, my husband, who's in the chat, sleeping, says it's a shame WWE Jewish warriors are so powerful in conflict. Referring to Blue, I would assume. Anthony Gennaro said yes, double standard for sure. You have soon to join us. Thank you. Joe Zanoli joined us. Thanks for joining, Joe. Crystal Thompson has joined us. Thanks for joining Crystal. Crawford joined us. So it's in the chat. Joined us. A lot of this beginning, I think. Thanks for joining me. Mick Foley never fooled me. I know he did well, and thank you for always having my back. Still live. Teresa Clark joined me as I am very happy that Teresa Clark has joined me. Teresa Clark, I'm going to name one of the women that I'm speaking of that I did travel with. Sweetheart, I love you to death. Things that I'm saying are not in malice at all. I love you and I always will. I don't blame you for anything that ever happened. Just trying to tell the truth about what happened. You know the truth, I know the truth, and now it's time for that. Evan Romano joined us. And thank you all for joining me on this Thanksgiving edition of Fuck You, Mick Foley, episode 4. And I hope you'll join me next time, whenever it is I decide to go off. Probably won't be too long from now, I would imagine, because I actually have a lot of material to cover. And it's just because you guys won't, you would just leave me alone. I wouldn't have anything else to talk about or be traumatized about. So since you don't understand that, this will continue. If you'd like to get in touch with me on any format, I do live auctions during the day if you'd like to join me for that. Otherwise, if you'd like to reach me, I'm on Angel Walsh here on Facebook, Angel Amoroso, also Angel Amoroso Versus, that's a V and an S. You can also go and like my fan page of Crazy Country Clown Posse, that's on the Angel Amoroso page. I also have member groups, Comment of the Day, that I spoke of earlier, and Wrestling Bitch. So if you'd like to keep up to date with the auctions and episodes and shows that will be done here, you can hit me up at any one of those outlets, or you can join me on Twitter at Angel Amoroso1 or on Instagram at Angel Amoroso Review. So until the next time, Have a nice night.
Okay, so that concludes episode 3. And I know I said episode 4, but it actually concludes episode 3 of Fuck You, Mick Foley. And I hope you'll join us back here next time on Angel Amoroso Versus for episode 4. So until then, have a nice night and a nice life.